everybody, I am back here with another video. This is another haul from Candles from the Keeping Room. From the opening, it's what, like December? The opening I think was sometime in November. I just happened to kind of catch it. I sort of knew she was opening, but I was downstairs, on my iPad, and I just happened to catch the Facebook post that said that she was open. And normally if I catch the Facebook post, as I think I can normally catch it about once every 3 openings, I decided to just go in and place an order because it's never a sure thing that you're ever going to be able to order. The ordering window, I think she was probably open about 30 minutes, I want to say. I could be a little off, it was a little bit ago, but I've been hanging on to this order for a while, and it's been sitting here on my counter, so I figured it's finally time to probably film it and move it away. As always with Candles from the Keeping Room, Carol is super generous with the samples. So I've got a whole pile over here. I don't have scent descriptions for all of them, but I am going to go through them one by one. The first one here is cannoli, so I'm expecting like a cream smell and probably like a, what is it, like a fried dough smell. It does smell really good. I mean, it smells bakery sweet. I don't know if I would necessarily be able to tell like the difference between this and maybe like a blend of like, I don't know, cookies and cake, but I mean, it's definitely like a good bakery sweet blend. This next one here is cider donuts, and this one is in a really cute Christmas stocking shape. This one is really good, and that actually smells like a very sweet cider. It's not really like a true to life apples kind of specific scent. It is definitely a very sweet scent with a little bit of spice, but it's very, very warm smelling. I really like this one, and lately I have actually been really digging what do you call it, apple scents. For some reason have just really been rocking it out for me. Speaking of apple, this next one here is apple coffee cake, and I like this one too. This is also another apple that smells somewhere between like an actual fresh, like authentic apple and a sweet apple scent. But that one is really good. I definitely can smell the apple a little bit stronger than the coffee cake scent. And coffee cake to me is just like just a really nice bakery scent. No coffee scent in coffee cake. I know there's no coffee in coffee cake, so this doesn't smell like coffee at all. I would not expect it to. But that's a really nice apple bakery one. This next one here is cardamom spice rum cake. I don't know what cardamom is, other than I'm pretty sure it's some kind of spice. Yeah, that definitely smells pretty darn spicy. Well, it's got cardamom in it and then the word spice, so it's definitely a very spicy scent with like a little tinge of sweetness in there also, but mostly spicy. This next one, oh no, I dropped one. Hang on, let me go. I'll pick that up. There's wax diving off the counter. Okay, this next one here is salted caramel type, and I'm really excited to smell this one because I actually really enjoy like salty scents. And that one is really good, although it doesn't necessarily smell as much salty as just caramelly. And that's actually kind of almost smells like a sweeter, lighter version of a caramel. It smells like more of like a caramel mixed with a marshmallow or something like that, but I'm not necessarily picking up a whole heck of a lot of salt in that one. This next one here is brown sugar pecan, and I think my husband smelled this one and I thought he would like it, and he did not. I kind of like it. On cold, I can't really get much more out of it than just kind of like some kind of sweet baker, maybe like a bakery scent. I've smelled a couple things with brown sugar before, and this doesn't necessarily smell like that. It also does not have like a super strong pecan scent like I thought it might have. Like pumpkin pecan waffles has that very distinctive kind of nutty scent. It doesn't necessarily smell like that, so that one is a little surprising. This next one here is Christmas Elf's Treats. Oh, that's kind of nice. I think there's apple in here. It smells like apple, maybe with a little bit of a mint scent. And then definitely some kind of creamy scent. I may be wrong on the apple, but I swear I'm getting some kind of like fresh fruit note scent out of this one in addition to what seems like a bakery and a mint scent. That one's really nice. This next one here is gooey apple caramel bread pudding. Doesn't that just sound delicious to eat? Like right now, that just would be really good. I like this one too. This one is also just another one of the more sweet apple, although the apple in this one is not as like bright and shiny as the apple was in a couple of those other blends, but that one is really nice as well. Now this next one I have smelled already. This one I really like, holiday pomegranate bread. I really like this one, and this one to me smells like a bread scent, like not like a zucchini bread scent. That one is just yummy all the way around, and you can get like the warm, rich like tones of the bread in there, like that little bit of that yeasty smell. I really like that one. That one is probably my favorite one so far. This next here is spiced pear, and I really adore pear scents in wax too. You don't find them a whole lot. That is really good, and it's kind of like a sweeter fruit scent, like at least pear. It's something that, I don't know, I think I'm beginning to start to recognize pear scents in wax form, but I really do like it. It definitely screams the holidays. You know, you can smell a little bit of that spice in there. I cannot tell you what the spice is in there, but I smell it and I think holidays. Okay, this next one here is mistletoe and ivy. And if I remember correctly, this one was like very fresh. Very, very fresh. Now this to me smells like very close to a true pine scent. It really, really does. It's very green and very piney, and I don't know what else is in the scent description. I'm not necessarily picking up like a whole lot of mint or anything else. It's just a very good pine scent. This next one here is cinnamon cider, and I think my husband didn't like this one either. I really like that one. That is another one that's like a cross between a fresh apple and a sweet apple, and then mixed in with a cinnamon. But it's like not overwhelmingly cinnamon. It's, well, maybe it is. It may be like 50% cinnamon, 50% apple or something like that, but I kind of enjoy that balance in here. This is another one that just absolutely screams the holidays. And then the last sample here was also a complete surprise for me, chocolate orchid. Because normally I shy away from chocolate scents. They're just really not my thing, but this one here, the chocolate in it, it doesn't smell overwhelmingly like chocolate. It's a little lighter, and mixed in with that floral scent, it's actually really pretty. I don't know if there is chocolate in here actually. Now that I'm smelling it a little bit closer, it just smells mostly like floral. But I'm assuming there's got to be a chocolate in there, but it's not like an overwhelming like thick chocolate scent. So whatever blend is in this one, chocolate orchid, is pretty good. I actually would like to look up that scent description after this, and I will, just to see what's in there, because that one's really good. All right, so getting here into the order. Sorry, I'm like moving the camera all around. I gotta get my scent description list. The first one here is jelly-filled zucchini donuts, and I have hauled this one before, I'm pretty sure. Pretty much if you mix zucchini and donuts and jelly, I'm gonna absolutely love it. So this one is their sweet jelly donut, creamy zucchini, etc. Now, when I'm smelling this, the question always is with jelly, is it a strawberry jelly or is it a grape jelly? This, to me, smells like a strawberry jelly, but somebody out there can correct me if I'm wrong. We all know how stupid my nose is. I actually am a little bit preferential, I think, to the jellies that are grape scented as opposed to the ones that are strawberry scented, but it still smells pretty darn good. This next one here, going along with the donut theme, this one here is marshmallow-filled jelly donut. This one is just the jelly donut and then the sweet toasted marshmallow. I'm pretty sure this is a strawberry jelly. I like this one, but probably not quite as much as a jelly-filled zucchini donut. But it is really good. I'm not necessarily smelling like that donut scent in here. It definitely is a lot stronger on the jelly. But it is like a really nice creamy scent. That one is really enjoyable. Okay, the next one here is called Snowballs. And I ended up buying this one just kind of like on the fly, just based off of the name. Because I was like, well, that's probably going to smell like piney or like wintry or snowy or something like that. So this is peppercorns, nutmeg, clove, elderberries, blackberries, plums, oak moss, and carbonated fizzy pop, and a hint of cool mint. I really like this one, and to me it just smells mostly piney. So now looking at the scent description, I'm not exactly sure what is in here that is smelling piney to me, but you can also smell the mint. I'm not sure about the fizzy pop. If I didn't know any better, I would have thought that this was a minty pine scent. I don't think I'm sophisticated enough to really pick up all the other scents that are in there, but that one is definitely a really good winter Christmas scent. This next one here is pink sugar milk, and I really like this one. Now this one is definitely stronger on the pink sugar than it is like the sugar milk scent. I'm not getting as much of that, like, you know, kind of like bitter sour scent of the milk. So when it's melting, I'll be curious to see what comes out, but that one is definitely pretty strong on the pink sugar. This next one here is Sugar Cookie Noel, and Vanilla Bean Noel is already like a vanilla sugar cookie scent, so you're already mixing a very sweet bakery scent with a sugar cookie scent. So it should just be like sugar cookie on steroids. And it is so sweet. This is probably like the sweetest I would ever want to go in a scent. It's just, you have to be in the mood for something tooth-achingly sweet before putting something like this on. But it does smell pretty good. I will say though, mixed in with both, it almost smells, I mean, obviously these fragrance oils that the vendors use are synthetic fragrance oils. I mean, I'm assuming, obviously, because it's not like you can go squeeze a sugar cookie and get sugar cookie fragrance oil out of it. But that one together, the Sugar Cookie Noel, does smell a tad bit artificial. I think because it is so sweet, that you can definitely tell, like, yeah, it's, you know, obviously a little bit something else other than just a sugar cookie. Okay, this next one here is Strawberry Noel. And this one is their Sweet Strawberry and then Vanilla Bean Noel. I really like this one. Now, this is a good blend, and it just goes really well together. It actually reminds me of something from Lush, but I don't actually know what that would be. But it just smells really yummy, just like a nice yellow, like a nice sweet creamy strawberry, and then mixed in with the Vanilla Bean Noel. But I think the strawberry is the standout scent, and that one actually over the Vanilla Bean Noel scent. Okay, the next one here is Sugared Spruce, and this one is Sweet Orange, Soft Fir Needle, Pine with Sweet Strawberry and Raspberry. Carol says in the scent description that this is one of her favorites. This one is pretty darn good. You can smell a lot going on in here. You can smell like the fir, you know, pine tree scent or whatever that would be in here. And then you can also get the sweet orange scent. And I really do like the fact that the orange in here is sweet and not necessarily like a fresh, zesty orange. I don't think that would really go, but the sweet orange goes really well. And then I think I can also smell the strawberry in there too. That one is actually a really good blend and a little unexpected. I think that's the first time I've ever had a strawberry scent with a pine scent, but it actually works really well. So I can see why Carol would call that one of her favorites. Okay, this next one here is Icy Pine. This is Sweet Pine and Peppermint. Definitely pretty strong on the peppermint. This is like one of those nose clearing strength ones. That one is pretty strong on cold. Oh my gosh. My nose is like itching. It's like my nose is wiggling over here. Wow, that one is good. It's nice and strong. Okay, this next one is one of my favorite like bedroomy type scents. Basil Sage Mint, basil leaves, clary sage, and peppermint sprigs, accented with citrus, spring flowers, and a musk. This one is just so good, and even though it has basil and sage in there, I would melt this in my bedroom. Altogether, this is just like a very gorgeous green scent. It's not necessarily like relaxing. It's not like lavender, which is just soothing. It's not necessarily super energizing, but it's more in that family, you know, where it is a little bit more energizing than it is soothing, but it is beautiful. And it's very clearing. That's like, you know, if I just wanted my house to feel clean and beautiful on like a spring day, that is something that I would definitely want to put on. This next one here is Woolen Blanket, and I got this one off of I got it because I had a sample of it and I like the sample. And I'm assuming that Woolen Blanket is a dupe for a Yankee or something kind of scent. I'm not sure. When I first saw the name, I assumed it was laundry, but it's not. It's actually warm and sensual. It has rosewood and cedar, along with clove, vetiver, and amber. So it's not laundry at all. It is very masculine. It's very woodsy, very spicy. So if you really don't like those types of notes, like feeling like if you're walking into like a wood paneled room, you know, like some kind of guy den. What is those called? A man cave? Like a man cave, you know, with like wood paneling and like dark musky scents. That is exactly what this is. It doesn't smell like laundry. So yeah, don't be fooled by the Woolen Blanket name. That is not a laundry scent. Okay, this next one I got from my husband, Sweet Cinnamon Cake, but he actually really didn't like it that much. He smelled it in the bag and he thought it was too much. But I think if he smelled one of the tarts alone, he liked it a little better, but I think he'll come around to it. This one is a sweet yummy cake with cinnamon swirled inside. And I really like it. It is reminiscent of like a cinnamon roll, you know, those kinds of cinnamon bakery scents are all, you know, in the same, they're all pretty darn similar. But I really like that one. And you can also kind of get like a buttery scent out of there too, or maybe it's a vanilla scent along with that one. I really like it. Okay, this next one here is Bamboo and White Grapefruit. And I have to say, I think that the shape of this one is really cute, and because of the scent. So normally, like when I see these types of tarts, you know, this one, it looks like a little maybe like Cake Bite, you know, with icing and sprinkles. Normally I associate that with scents that smell like food or bakery scents. So this is the first time I think from Candles from the Keeping Room that I've ever gotten a kind of more spa scent in like a more bakery shape, which was kind of unexpected because when I was unpacking the box, I saw this one and just automatically assumed it was a cake scent, and I was looking at all the white ones and like the green ones for the bamboo and white grapefruit and thinking, hey, like where did my bag of bamboo and white grapefruit go? Not realizing it looked like this. It's different and unexpected, but kind of cute. So this one has white grapefruit, petit grain, P-E-T-I-T grain, petitgrain or petite grain, something like that, tangerine, more mandarin, more tangerine, mimosa petals, along with rainforest, bamboo, juniper berries, and musk. Gorgeous scent, just gorgeous, feminine, a little bit on maybe on like the lighter side. Not light as in scent throw, but just kind of more airy and pretty. That one is a really, really good spa scent. Now this next one here, citrus and balsam. I was not able to find a scent description on the Candles from the Keeping Room website, but this one is yummy. I swear that I can smell lemon, maybe grapefruit in here. I think a sweet orange scent. I'm definitely picking up the citrus scents in here stronger than the balsam scent. But you can smell the balsam in here. And this is actually a pretty kick-ass blend. It's kind of like reminiscent of, I think it was this one, Sugared Spruce, that had strawberries and orange along with the pine. I'm actually finding that citrus scents or fruit scents mixed in with the pine actually do pretty good. And this is another example. Well, balsam is not pine, right? But balsam is a tree. Wait, what the heck is balsam? I always assume balsam. I always assume that like balsam and fir and pine are like very similar kind of scents. I think they're all tree scents. I'm gonna have to Google that afterwards because I actually don't really know. And the last one here is white tea and berries. And this one is herbal tea and dew-covered raspberries, blackberries, and elderberries. I really love this one. I really love a tea scent sometimes because they really just kind of like clear the air. If you're melting something that's kind of heavier like bakery and you're like, okay, like I need to get away from the bakery for a little bit, I find that putting on a tea scent just is really nice and refreshing. And then mixed in with the fruits in here, it's actually quite nice. It is very reminiscent of like a fresh glass of iced tea with maybe like a couple fresh fruits, like, you know, that were brewed in there, and then like some that you just plink in there whole to make the iced tea glass look like really, really nice. That's what this smells like. It is really good. It does smell a little tad bit perfumey, I would say. A tad, if you keep on smelling it. But when it's on hot, I'm not sure what it's going to smell like, so we'll have to see. But all right, you guys, that is it. That is the entire haul here from Candles from the Keeping Room. So I'm gonna, you know, I didn't order this last time, and obviously the ordering, well, not obviously, but the ordering from the opening in December was for people that did not order from the opening in November. But, yeah, I mean, if you guys ever need to catch Candles from the Keeping Room, she almost always opens in the morning. You have to be on Facebook. It kind of disrupts things if you are on the website and you're refreshing, you know, trying to see when she opens. So don't stalk the website, stalk the Facebook page, put on your notifications for the page so that if somebody posts, you get like a notification. And then once you see it, on average, you're going to have about 20 to 30 minutes to get in and get your stuff. And if she does shut down the website while you are still in the website, you'll notice that you won't be able to add anymore, but your cart will remain intact and you'll still be able to check out with what you have in your cart. And that's what happens to me most of the time. But Carol is an early bird. If she's trying to wait for the people on the West Coast to wake up, she will normally open somewhere around like 7:45 to 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, if she's waiting for the West Coast people. If not, it can be a little earlier, but it's almost always in the morning. So those are my tips for stocking Candles from the Keeping Room. You can normally tell, like, after she's done packaging, she's gonna, after she says, hey, all the packages are done, she'll normally start going into remakes, and once the remakes are done, you know that there's gonna be a window for opening. So just turn on those notifications and stock in the morning, and hopefully you guys will be able to catch an opening for those of you that have been struggling to catch a Candles from the Keeping Room. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.